Thank you, Sandeep. And this is time to start our international session. And today is our day 16 of our curtain raiser program of 1000th day of our 1000th day and uninterrupted continuous daily Zoom meetings of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, a huge gigantic effort made by a team of dedicated, sincere homeopathy lovers, well-wishers, and doctors from India at the time of pandemic to promote the potentials and possibilities of homeopathy in prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of homeopathy against viral infections, including COVID-19. So that this wonderful system of medicine will be available in every nook and corner of the world, and the potentials and possibilities of this medicine will be enjoyed by every citizen in every country in the world. So today our curtain raiser celebration country joining us is Canada, and I hereby invite Dr. Paul Joseph to continue and initiate the program from Canada. So over to you, Dr. Paul Joseph. You can take the platform and handing over the platform to you. Please proceed.
Is it audible? My voice?
Yeah, your voice is audible now.
Okay. So good day for all over the world. So this meeting, International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. In the name of God Almighty and our Master Hanuman, I welcoming you all for this special occasion, 1000th day celebration of uninterrupted daily webinar of Ifph. Yes, we have another 7 more days to reach our goal, 1000th day. So in this global platform, I congratulate all of you, especially those who are in the frontline soldiers of Ifph, Dr. Saji, Dr. Ismail, and Dr. Danesh, and Dr. Manoj, and other backbone of the organization. So as per schedule, we are going to start with the protocol, that national anthem. So before that, So first we are going to have a national anthem of Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command, car ton bras sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
So our next program is tribute to the pioneers and masters of homeopathy. So right now I am going to garland the Hanuman picture. Then according to our Indian tradition, lighting the lamp. So thank you for watching, all of you. And next we are going to move on for the special programs. So I'm inviting you all, especially the guests who are invited for the special occasion. Right now I am going to invite our chief guest, Dr. Professor Bhupinder Sharma. Dr. Sharma, can you able to share your screen, or you want to present?
No, I just no, I don't want to share a screen. That's all.
Okay, that's okay. So Professor Bhupinder Sharma is graduated in homeopathic medicine and surgery from Delhi Nehru Homeopathic Medical College. Worked as a homeopathic physician and medical officer in Government of India and the other several government organizations. So Professor Sharma has a busy practice in Toronto since 1997. He was appointed by the Government of Ontario as a professional council member of Transitional Council of College of Homeopaths of Ontario in 2009 to 2015. So here I have to say the pioneer of in homeopathy, Dr. Sharma will be there always, because he is the one who started promoting the homeopathy in Toronto and nearby the Great Toronto area as a senior homeopath, and advised to the government to start the regulating body, the regulated body that is called in India, we call as council, homeopathy council, like that we call here College of Homeopaths Ontario. That is a regulated body. So he has been National Vice President for of Liga Medicamentum Homeopathica International since more than a decade. And he also current President of College of Homeopaths Ontario. Right now I am inviting to present a presidential address and special guest of this event. Welcoming Dr. Sharma.
Thanks. Thanks, Dr. Paul, for my nice introduction. Good morning and good evening to everyone who are attending this wonderful event. I would like to thank the Board of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy to have given us the opportunity to speak about the current status of homeopathy in Canada and the need to collaborate and cooperate in the global promotion of homeopathy. In Canada, the provincial and territorial governments are responsible for the management, organization, and delivery of healthcare services for their residents. The federal government is responsible for setting and administering national standards for the healthcare system through the Canada Health Act. In Ontario, regulated health professions are governed under the Regulated Health Professions Act and Medicines Act 1991. Ontario became the only province of Canada where homeopathy got regulated in the year 2015 under Homeopathic Act 2007. Homeopathy medicines are regulated by Health Canada. The federal government is responsible for ensuring the safety, efficacy, and compositional integrity of healthcare products and medical devices distributed and sold in Canada. Health Canada has formally recognized homeopathic medicines as pharmaceutical products since 1990. All schools of homeopathy in Canada offer diplomate status and offer 3 years part-time courses. There are no legal doctorate or university degree programs for homeopathy in Canada as yet. There are few professional associations in Canada, each with their own version of what constitutes competent standards, except in Ontario, where homeopathy is regulated and have developed approved programs for schools. And there are at present 2 schools which run these approved programs in Ontario. Out of few homeopathic associations in Ontario, 2 major associations got amalgamated to form one official association by the name of Ontario Homeopathic Medical Association, that is OHMA, in the year 2018. The OHMA initiated and completed the collaboration of all 5 provincial homeopathic organizations with the formation of federal body called Canadian Homeopathic Association. The OHMA represents and promotes the profession of homeopathy in Ontario. The College of Homeopaths of Ontario, which is a regulatory body, regulates homeopaths to ensure safe, ethical, and competent homeopathic care for the people of Ontario. As a regulatory body for the profession, the College of Homeopaths of Ontario supports the public right to safe, competent, and ethical homeopathic care. The college does this by setting requirements to enter profession, establishing comprehensive standards, and administering quality assurance programs. Acting in the public interest, the college holds Ontario regulated homeopaths accountable for their conduct and practice. The College of Homeopaths of Ontario signed in the year 2016 a MOU with the Central Council for Research in Homeopathy, the Government of India, for cooperation in research and education in homeopathic medicine. However, like any other country, due to random attacks by skeptics and the media in Canada, which are known for their disruptive propaganda that homeopathy is a pseudoscience and that it has no evidence as how the homeopathy works, there is a need to undertake organized research in homeopathy. The process of getting evidence-based homeopathy by mutual cooperation in research in homeopathy is the only way we can silence the skeptics and media. This will become more fruitful if there is a global standardization of homeopathic education. That is one profession, one standard of education, as is there with our counterparts in the healthcare system. This can only lead to the integration of homeopathy in the mainstream healthcare system. I know that India is able to achieve such privilege by their strong infrastructure in place. Homeopaths and their professional organizations need to get politically savvy. It is a powerful agenda that being served. Our homeopathic associations in Canada have taken this view very strongly while achieving the regulation of homeopathy in Ontario. We have to evaluate the importance of vision, mission, values in designing sustainable leadership and good governance to achieve excellence in homeopathic profession, both in member countries and globally. For this, we need to collaborate and cooperate with right international homeopathic organizations to achieve our goals and objectives of global recognition and maintaining our standards of practice with mainstream medicine. To conclude, I would like to congratulate International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy successfully taking the lead and celebrating today at the curtain raiser of the 100th day event and achieving such a big milestone in the global promotion of homeopathy. Thank you very much. Back to Joseph.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Professor Sarmaji. Especially these days in Canada, we are in long weekend. So in such a busy schedule, right? First of all, I have to say thanks to all of our guests, especially your talk. Elaborately, you delivered a history of development of homeopathy in Ontario from the formation of council till now. And also, you deliberate elaborately the integration of homeopathic system with the mainstream system in Canada. So your words assured us to future success in homeopathy. So thank you, Professor Sarmaji.
Thank
you. So next, I'm inviting Dr. Saroj Kanti as a guest of honor to talk about synergistic need of global homeopathic organization. She is the president of Ontario Homeopathic Association, and also he is working as a He is graduating from Homeopathic Institute of North America as a homeopath. Beyond her private practice, Dr. Saroj Kanti served as an officer manager for the government of Ontario in different departments, and highlighting her dedication to the healthcare integration with the other system of medicine. I'm inviting Dr. Saroj Kanti to deliver speech on specific topic.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph, and thank you, IFPH, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this platform. I'm thrilled and honored to be a part of this platform. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed organizers, and distinguished guests. On this remarkable day, I stand before you with utmost joy and excitement. We gather here for the curtain raiser for the 1,000-day celebration, making day 16 of the Canadian leg. It's my honor to extend heartfelt congratulations to the organizers for their unwavering dedication in orchestrating this extraordinary event. Today's daily webinar, hosted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, serves as a testament to the significance of homeopathy in our world. This platform exemplifies the power of collaboration and knowledge sharing among experts and enthusiasts alike. As we come together to celebrate this incredible impact of homeopathy on our well-being. To the organizers, I extend my deepest appreciation for their tireless effort in bringing this extraordinary event to fruition. It's through their vision and planning and dedication we can join hands today and collectively embrace the wonders of homeopathy. Thank you, and let the curtain rise on this remarkable journey. Today we are all here to emphasize the synergistic need for global homeopathic organizations in promoting and advancing our noble profession of homeopathy. As professional homeopaths, we share a common goal of providing effective, safe, holistic healthcare to our patients. Together, we have the power to strengthen our profession, improve patient outcomes, and create a global impact. It's through collaboration and unity we can truly fulfill our mission.
നിനക്കത് എങ്ങനെ തോന്നണോ നീ പറഞ്ഞ
Homeopathy,
ഐഡിയ നല്ല ഐഡിയ
homeopathy with its principle of individualization, similars, and potentization has been serving humanity over 2 centuries. Our treatments have touched the lives of millions of patients, providing relief from ailments and improving their quality of life. However, we face various challenges in the modern world. Skepticism, regulatory barriers, and the need for more evidence-based research are just a few hurdles we encounter. Global homeopathic organizations play a vital role in overcoming these challenges. Firstly, they provide platform for knowledge. They provide platform for knowledge exchange and collaboration among professional homeopaths from different parts of the world. For example, through conferences, seminars, and online forums, we can share our experiences, learn from each other, and explore new approaches to homeopathic practice. This exchange of ideas nurtures growth, stimulates innovation, and expands our collective wisdom. Moreover, global organizations unite us, creating a sense of solidarity among homeopaths worldwide. By coming together, such as this event, we can amplify our voice and advocate for the recognition and integration of homeopathy into mainstream healthcare systems. Through joint efforts, we can engage policymakers, regulatory bodies, and healthcare professionals to promote an understanding of homeopathy's benefit and its rightful place in the healthcare landscape. Global organizations also play a crucial role in setting educational standards and advancing professional development by establishing guidelines and accreditation processes. They ensure that homeopathic education meets high quality standards that helps maintain consistency and excellence in our training programs, leading to a competent practitioners and instilling trust in our patients. Furthermore, I would say that global homeopathic organizations facilitate research and evidence-based practice. They provide support and funding for scientific studies, clinical trials, and outcome research. By supporting and funding scientific research studies, we can generate robust evidence to substantiate the efficacy of our profession. Research not only strengthens our credibility, but also helps us integrate homeopathy with conventional medicine, an integrative approach to healthcare. Lastly, but not least, I would say, global organizations provide a sense of community and support for professional homeopaths, especially in the regions where homeopathy faces challenges and skepticism. They offer networking opportunities, mentorship programs, and legal advocacy, enabling us to navigate through the complexities of practicing homeopathy. By joining hands, we can inspire and support each other, fostering professional growth and resilience. In conclusion, the synergistic need for global homeopathic organization is paramount. It's very necessary. These organizations promote collaboration, advocate for our profession, enhance education and research, and provide a support system for professional homeopaths. Together, ladies and gentlemen, together we can overcome obstacles, strengthen the profession of homeopathy, and improve the lives of countless individuals around the world. Let us embrace unity, collaboration, and innovation as we work together to elevate homeopathy to new heights. Together we can come challenges, champion our profession, and showcase the true potential of homeopathy in the global healthcare landscape. I thank you very much, Dr. Joseph, for giving me this platform. And thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Saroj Gandhi. Really, thank you for your wonderful ideas and the pictures, the clear pictures you have given to us, what to do in the future. So as you mentioned, our IFPH put step forward in the pathway of global collaboration of all homeopathic organizations. That is the need of the hour. Especially, as you mentioned, the academic exchange and the breakthrough, all the political barriers, fight for the rights and to promote the professional quality. Thank you, Dr. Saroj. Next, we are going to, thank you. Next, we are going to move on the multicultural performance. It's a fusion dance with a Canadian, native Canadian dance and our Indian Bharatanatyam. So it's together, it's a fusion, especially they practice for few days and especially they made for this video for us for this special program.
Vanakkam and welcome. My name
Is it clear now?
Yes.
is Kumaradasan. I am a first-generation Canadian Tamil Bharatanatyam dancer from Toronto and have been practicing this dance form from the age of 4, which is approximately over 20 years.
Sego, my name is Rosalind Grace Rundle. I am from Toronto. I am of mixed ancestry. My mother is Métis from Green Bay, Wisconsin. My father's biological parents are from Deseronto, and I have Mohawk.
Vanakkam and welcome. My name is Hanojini Kumaradasan.
The water across cultures. As women, we carry water in our wombs, which holds and protects life and creates a safe space for life to grow. Water carries memories, allowing us to connect deeply with our ancestry and
Is it audible?
Yes.
traditions, as well as to reawaken the power women inherently hold. We pray to the 7 directions through the water song and hand drumming. Offer song and flowers to the higher being in the form of Push Panjali. And enact the 7 sacred teachings:
Love,
respect,
bravery,
honesty,
truth,
humility,
and wisdom.
as well as connect with the 5 elements of this universe for healing. In the same way, homeopathic medicine systems, which you are practicing, also acts on body, mind, spirit, and emotions. Overall, in this piece, we are sharing knowledge, tradition, culture, and connecting with the sacred water and the energy and memories it carries throughout generations and across cultures.
We hope you enjoy our piece and have a great experience.
Thank you, Marci, Miigwech,
And Nandri.
Nawe.
Yes, you are heard.
Okay,
You're
okay.
audible.
Audible. Okay. Next, what about my screen? Okay. Actually, this dance performance expressing the native Canadian traditional 5 elements healing therapy. Wonderfully, it's done by Ms. Anojani Kumaradasan and Rosa Land Grace. So next program, I'm going to invite the next speaker, Professor Dr. Akshay Banga, to deliver a speech on standardized homeopathic education globally. So Professor Akshay Banga, he was a principal and professor in Walchha Homeopathic Medical College, Surat, Gujarat, and also he worked as a professor in T.N. Gothari Homeopathic Medical College, Vaira. Since he is practicing from 1987. In 2010, he moved to Canada as an immigrant and started his practice in Toronto. Welcoming Dr. Akshay Banga.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Can I share my screen?
Raji?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor. You can share.
Yeah.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can little enlarged.
I can enlarge. Wait, let me see if I can go to
Slideshow and I think he has to share.
hide video panel. Yeah. I need to remove this thing from the top. Hide floating. Okay, now it is possible.
Go to the slideshow, doctor, and yeah, from current slide.
Possible?
Okay.
Now it is
now
good?
it's okay. Good.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Dr. Paul Joseph of Toronto, Canada, for giving me this opportunity to address this August gathering of homeopaths from across the world. And thank you to the International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Thank you to all my mentors, teachers, and well-wishers. It was a wonderful start, Dr. Paul, with Dr. Bhupinder Sharma and Dr. Saroj initiating the information to be provided. And of course, the beautiful dance that we saw, it was one of its kind. So the topic for my talk today is standardization of homeopathic education globally. A very important topic, according to me, since I've been in the educational field for such a long time. And the other reason is homeopathy is so much widely recognized that it is necessary to make a uniformity in the education system. When I was given this topic, I asked myself few questions. These were the questions that came to my mind. What is standardization? The most important, this is what we want to do. And why is standardization required? Why is it required in homeopathy? To be more specific, since that is our field of work. What is the current global education in homeopathy? And how can we obtain global recognition of homeopathy in various countries? So these are the different questions that came to my mind looking at the topic. Let us address these questions one by one. The first question, what is standardization? We need to understand what it means so that we know what we have to achieve. Standardization is a process of making things of the same type, all having the same basic features. Like we have, for an example, I've taken this of the International Financial Reporting Standards, the IFRP, RS. All over the world, these are the standards that are accepted by any institution. So similarly, if we have similar standardization in homeopathy, then all across the globe, homeopaths will be considered as a people who have specific skills and qualities. Now, the question is, why is standardization required? That means, what are the benefits that we can have if we standardize? So the goal of standardization is to enforce a level of consistency or uniformity to certain practices or operations within the selected environment. Students perform better in structured environments. A standardized curriculum promotes a sense of structure for a school to maintain, where students must learn a certain amount of information in a given time period. A classroom must follow a structured schedule. Standardized curriculum is the idea that all schools in the same country and other countries should follow the same learning plan, so that students in any community will be on the same level as their peers in the region. So whether you study in India or in Canada or in America or in Australia, everywhere the student of first year or second year should have the same amount of knowledge that is provided. This is the standardization, means everybody should be on the same plane. All schools should be guided by expectations for specific knowledge, skills, and competencies that are deemed suitable to a certain group or developmental level of school. Standardization assumes that if every individual is exposed to the very same sets of instructional conditions, the result will be that all students walk away with the same level of knowledge. Now the question for our field is, why is it required in homeopathy? Let us see what is the homeopathic scenario. Homeopathy is gaining a stronger and deeper foothold in society in world. We need to evolve an education system which will enable us to match the demands of society and which will pass on the existing knowledge base to the next generation for further development. The social and legal status of homeopathy varies around the world. The educational status, which depends on the social and legal status, will vary too. We see this when we examine the curriculum of different colleges across the world. There is no uniformity seen, and so the students who come out as qualified as homeopath do not have a standard set of knowledge and skills. This variation can be minimized if there is set some sort of standardization in homeopathic education. Let me take the example of homeopathic education in India, because it is one of the most structured curriculum and it is practiced in the whole country in uniformity. And that is very important. It has also been following the medical model. So the homeopathic curriculum is also almost parallel to the medical curriculum, which makes the student equally efficient in all areas of medical knowledge, in addition to his knowledge of homeopathy. Now, this particular type of curriculum also helps the political area, the government body, to recognize that since a student is learning almost everything related to medical field, then he is categorized as parallel to a medical doctor. So that this is the impact that a type of structured curriculum can produce. And we will be talking about how do we reflect it on in the other countries. So we all know this, that during his education in 5.5 years, a homeopathic student gains knowledge in almost all the fields like anatomy, physiology, pathology, forensic, community medicine, internal medicine, surgery, gynec, obstetrics, and other subjects related, preclinical, paraclinical, and clinically. So all the three areas are covered. It is not only the theoretical part, but it is the clinical part which a homeopathic student is exposed to. And this is the amount of knowledge a homeopath possesses when he passes out. This kind of education, when it is given, it stands out and even can be accepted by any country, and the homeopath can have equal place as a doctor of conventional medicine, which we don't see across the globe as we see it in India. Now let us see what is the current global education in homeopathy. I can say this because since 1987, I have been in this education field, I have been principal, so I have had the opportunity to visit various colleges in India at least. And ever since coming to Canada, I have been a faculty in the Ontario College of Homeopathic Medicine. So I've also seen the curriculum of various colleges in the North America. So I can say that some examples that we have in most member states of the European Union, the practice of homeopathy is exclusively restricted to medical doctors, doctors with a conventional medical degree like MBBS, MD. In some other member states, however, also non-medically qualified practitioners can practice homeopathy. But remember, it is when a person who has studied medicine, he is allowed to practice homeopathy if we develop a curriculum where the study of homeopathic students is almost parallel to the medical doctors, then I believe that a homeopath will become equally qualified in according to the law in that particular country. In Switzerland, homeopathy may only be practiced by doctors who have undergone additional training, as it is classified as medical form of treatment. Homeopathy is self-regulated in New Zealand. Government of Saudi Arabia has recently started giving approval to the complementary and alternative systems of medicine, that is CAM. Sri Lanka, Japan, Kuwait, Riyadh, Bahrain, Turkey, etc. Globally, homeopathy is getting more accepted as a CAM type of practice. In most of these countries, there are online or in-class courses where people from any profession take admission. There is limited exposure to clinical side. And so these students are not confident to practice, and they eventually stop doing homeopathy. I have seen this even here in Canada. So a student can only be confident if he is having all this knowledge of various different subjects, clinically and otherwise. So I feel that if the education is more standardized, then it becomes easy for the homeopath to get recognition as well as to practice confidently. How can we obtain global recognition of homeopathy in various countries? Actions speak louder than words. So the more we work in these lines, the better it is. By showing the standardized educational parameters as described above, by showing the clinical efficacy of homeopathy, by showing effectiveness of homeopathy by research, showing scientific evidence, by frequent patient awareness programs towards homeopathy, by following good manufacturing practices in manufacture of homeopathic medicines. So it is not only the educational area, it is the clinical area, it is also the pharmaceutical area where we all should have a standardization so that any medicine which is put on the shelf in a pharmacy should also be valued equally well. Involving the local government, I was very happy to hear Dr. Bhupinder Sarma say the political side. So when we talk about political side, we are talking about the government involvement. The more we involve the government in various activities related to homeopathy, more the government will start accepting homeopathy. I will say that homeopathy, when it grew all over India, it was only because of the involvement of government that we could have such a huge presentation of homeopathy in the today era in India. So without the involvement of government, the local government, it is not possible to have an existence of this magnitude. So I think these are the points which we have to look into. These points by itself need elaborate discussion on various levels at the various fronts. So I would request this organization to take lead further in this particular way so that homeopathy is more and more accepted in various countries. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this platform to share my thoughts, and I hope to hear from you soon. So thank you very much. Thank you, Paul. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Akshay Banker. Really, you are the deserved pioneer and expert as a academician, more than 30 years in teaching of homeopathy. And you are actually really fixed into this topic, and your ideas to standardization of homeopathic education globally. To implement this ideology, the organization like Ifph and LMHI should take this into the global political forum. So this is my request. Thank you, Dr. Banger. Next, I call upon Dr. Sajeev Ambadi, who is the expert in homeopathy, especially he has completed his master's degree and so he's practicing in Ontario, in Kitchener area. He is the head of the Department of Medicine and Cardiology in North American Medical College of Homeopathy, Canada. And he is a former member of College of Homeopaths, Ontario. Please welcome Dr. Ambadi.
Hi, good morning and good afternoon. Hopefully everybody could hear me.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely excited to get invited into this platform to talk to you, and I thank all the IFPHA members and especially Dr. Paul Joseph for giving me an opportunity. And I especially acknowledge and thank all the financial supporters of IFPH for running this platform successfully here. And yeah, so hopefully I have to be more conscious about my presentations and about research, because it's a pressure on me because it's a big platform. Then continuously trying to improve the quality of homeopathic practice across the world. So let me share the screen for a minute, Dr. Joseph.
Yeah.
Is there any option to do that?
Saji, Dr. Saji?
Yes.
Yeah, there's an option I could see here. Okay, right. All right. So my presentation is a very short presentation. It's a standardization of homeopathic research globally. Oh, sorry, I think should be here. Okay. So there are some steps that we have to go through in a standardization process in research. So the methodologies that we choose for a research should be consistent throughout the research, and it should be standardized first, because in homeopathy, the research methodologies and tools are very much variable in most of the cases. That's not going to work in a standardization process. And developing protocols and guidelines for studying and evaluating the safety and efficacy and quality of research is also very important. And then, the goal of research is always we have to come up with some ideas and techniques which are reliable, comparable, because two research things should be comparable always, and they're reproducible. That's also very important research. Or reproducible or replicable things are very important. So how we have to establish a consistent methodology? That's the first challenge in research. The problem is, like I mentioned, the methodologies are variable, and the first place we have to discard some methodologies that we are currently using in many areas of research, like serious spurious experimentals with a lot of electronic steps that we can see, and like to find particles in homeopathy, the energy in homeopathic medicines. They don't work actually. Those type of research are going in a bad direction, because it has nothing to do in the clinical aspect of homeopathy, because we're not developing from molecule to a clinical practice. We are actually getting data from the clinical practice and trying to create protocols. So these type of experiments has actually no value, but if somebody is doing it, we don't need to back up, and we don't need to go after those researches and propagate it. And other things like quantum entanglement, astrology, people try to relate astrology with homeopathy, quantum entangle with homeopathy, a lot of theories, the new developments, theoretical physics, trying to amalgamate with homeopathy. Those things actually will not help in the development of treatment protocols. So we have to focus on the clinical data to develop a consistent methodology in research. Data analysis, because data analysis, why we have to analyze data that's a big question. We may get a tons of data when we go to research. First, the tool or the first raw material is the data that we are getting. Once we make the tools, then we have all the raw material there. That's the data. A tremendous amount of data will be there in front of us. So we have to find the patterns in the data. So pattern recognition is very hard. If the data volume increases, pattern recognition becomes a challenge. So we have to, and individualization to common, so many individual data, we have to group it to some common data. So like it will be in different languages, in kind of conversations, maybe medical records, electronic medical records. It's a different type of data we have in front. So the natural NLPs, natural language process techniques, enable AI systems. Artificial intelligence that's the only way to analyze data to find pattern recognitions if the data becomes abundant in quantity. So we have to understand, analyze textual information. We have to analyze audio information into textual format. So we need to have AI technology for proper data analysis in the first place. So that's the reason I want to introduce a new term that's a data-driven homeopathy. So purity of the data is very important. So we have to have data in all the as a raw material for the research, and everything is driven by the data. So that's the reason I want to introduce that terminology. Is a data-driven homeopathy is the future. So clinical data integration integrates a wide range of clinical data, analyzes those diverse database, and finally we have to get the proper patterns. Then from that we have to completely discard all the data. So I specifically say like popular book data, because data is not something that we can bring from the popular books in homeopathy now in the market. I did a little bit of research on the not research, like I just did some brainstorming, or I collected books from various authors in the market which are very popular, and try to get some valuable data for research. But I would say, unfortunately, we cannot use any of those. It's like just random ideas, like theories, crazy concepts. That's not a pure data. So we have to, data means not the books, not going to the market and collecting books from various popular authors in homeopathy, then bring it to the desk. No, it's not going to work. So we have to filter off all those things. You have to get the data from the medical records, patients, case records, then laboratory reports. All those are the pure data that we have to filter. We have to collect and filter off all other things. Then from that, we need some retrospective studies because claims, there are many homeopaths have like bigger claims, and some of the claims we have to, in many claims, in majority of the claims, sometimes we have to discard because extraordinary claims we cannot consider in the first point, because extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence. So that thing's very common, like how to, like in a data about a warts. I'm just saying some example, treating warts. It's a viral disease, it's self-limiting, but still the time frame is very important. Even like an acute sinusitis, data of the treating seasonal allergies, very smaller things we have to start with. Rather than going to the bigger claims of extraordinary claims, like I have treated a case of astrocytoma with Naxomica, 1 dose. That's not the data we are looking at this point. Very basic thing to start a research. And from this data, we have to go for the protocols, development of protocols. Okay. So the machine learning technique is also very important now. We need machine learning algorithms to be employed to develop predictive models. So once the tools are used for research, like internationally standardized tools for research, we need to have some predictive modelings. Modeling we can use with the machine learning technology. Now it's available. Everything is getting cheaper now, all those things. Even like it's not very expensive. Like if you go to like 10 years before, things were very expensive. These things, AI, machine learning, they were like crazy expensive, but things are getting cheaper and we can easily use those technology for proper predictive modeling. And how this, with the tools, we develop some protocols, how this protocols goes to work in the future cases. That's the predictive modeling. And once these models are made, once it is deployed for use in actual clinical settings, then we need monitoring. We don't need to go to each and every clinic and do monitoring. We have like remote monitoring and virtual assistance is very easy. At one point, from one single point, one person can do all that on the monitoring and do virtual assistance. So that will basically launch everything into the real. They will put everything into the real running kind of a situation in a clinic. So what's the timeline of this? We have to have establishing consistent methodologies, like we said. We have to have data analysis, developing protocol guidelines, testing, and monitoring. Super easy. So go through all those processes, like how a new product is developed, a molecule is developed by the modern medicine. We can use the same methodology for launching it. So that's my concept under research, the standardization in homeopathic research globally. That's all about my presentation. If you have any question, we can discuss. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sajib Ampadi. Really, your topic is an ideology. It's to be discussed in the special platform, different platform, very detailedly. So I think IFPH should consider this in this regard to make another platform to discuss about detailing. Thank you, Dr. Ambadi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rajiv, what about the time? Okay.
Mr. Please wind up within 5 minutes because we are supposed
Okay,
to hand
okay.
over. It's already 15 minutes late.
Okay,
So
15 minutes late.
I
Okay.
understand few more speakers are there.
Yeah.
I request to wind up within.
I think now I'm going to invite Mr. Paul Lysander. He is not trained homeopath, but his family, they are practicing homeopath more than 90 years, if you believe or not. So his father, Dr. Lysander, and his father, so generation to generation, they are practicing homeopathy. That's why I'm inviting Paul Lysander to deliver some speak. Please, Paul Lysander.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Paul. Greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. So as Dr. Paul mentioned, I'm not a trained homeopath, but I've grown up with homeopathy. So I may bring insights maybe through a slightly different lens. So, I literally, from the time I was born, have only received homeopathic treatment from my father. I've never taken an antibiotic. I've never taken any allopathic remedy at all. In fact, when I went away to university, my dad, along with everything else I was taking to go away to school, he gave me a first aid kit. And the first aid kit was Materia Medica by Boric, handbook, and a small set of remedies. And so when I had any sort of symptom of any kind, my father would we would talk about it. He would, he knew me well, so he knew me well constitutionally. And then depending on the acute symptoms, he would recommend particular remedies for me to take when I was far away from home, and I had a select set of remedies that I had access to. So this has just been my life. This is just my normal everyday life in terms of any sort of health issues or any sort of symptomatic issues. Always to turn to homeopathic treatment. More recently with COVID, of course, the prophylactic aspect of homeopathy also came into place. So our family, every month we took Arsol, 30C for 3 days, and paused for a couple of days and took Bryonia 30C for 2 or 3 days. And by God's grace, we have not, my immediate family has not received, any major issues with COVID. My sister actually works in healthcare, and she's been vaccinated as per the requirement from the hospital. She did actually experience COVID once, but she was symptomatic on a Saturday. She took the same course of remedies, and by Monday she was completely well. So I have, I've witnessed it, I've experienced it, and I've seen it firsthand. The benefits of homeopathy. I know I just have a few minutes, so I'll just kind of summarize my thoughts this way. My perspective, having grown up with homeopathy, is homeopathy is God's gift to humanity. With remedies based on animal, mineral, vegetable, and also by the pathogen themselves. God has given us a set of treatment that, that's all we need. That's really all we need. And so that's been my experience just as a layperson. And so Dr. Paul had asked me to share my own perspective through that lens, and I hope that it's provided some perspective to you as well.
Thank you, Paul Lysander, for your really, it's a wonderful experience for the past 90 years in your family. So really, on behalf of IFPH, I'm again thanking you. Next, we call upon Dr. Sadaf Ulde. Please take a few minutes and we'll wind up.
Please unmute.
No, you have to unmute Dr. Sadaf.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I'll be giving my humble gratitude to IFPH, Dr. Danesh, and the team that has been giving me an opportunity to speak every time in their platform, and especially to the Canada group for welcoming me because I'm new to Canada. And most importantly, to all my mentors and teachers who have shaped my practice, my teaching over a period of time. And I'm going to focus on an important topic, that is integration in homeopathy. So we spoke about standardization in education, and in that he highlighted a certain very important points, that how the standardization of education can make homeopathy to be practiced in different countries. But, and by Dr. Ambadi, where he spoke about standardization in research so that we are more accepted in the society as homeopaths and the practice. But the major problem that exists as a teacher and as being in faculty of other song, where I have been meeting students in and out, the main hitch in a person to practice homeopathy is that the student, when he is out of his college education and he's exposed to various system of homeopathy, we all know about different systems that exist, different school of thoughts that exist in homeopathy, confuses the student. And they do not see how can they reproduce the results as their teachers or their professors have been done. And mainly, which method do I choose? So we have keynotes, we have therapeutic methods, we have polypharmacy, sensation method, you have predictive method, HHF, and you have a lot of different methods in school of thoughts which have evolved over a period of time with excellence in all the different methods. So over a period of time where I have been with so many mentors with different school of thoughts, what I have recognized is that learning is a curve and a continuous learning process, which helps us understand that every method is important when you're seeing a patient clinically, not standing against each other, but standing with each other, collaborating, and getting all the systems of homeopathy together, exposing the students to them, and then building up a practice and giving them the confidence that, yes, the results are reproducible. So if I am treating a particular condition, even you can treat that particular condition and create a change is very important. So like Dr. Saroj, she very nicely highlighted how mentorship is important and how hand-holding is important. And this is what I have seen in my practice. What shaped me was when I had mentors to handhold me. I will always be in gratitude to my teachers like Dr. Dhanipkar, Dr. Ashok Borkar, Dr. Shankar, and Dr. Sarkar, who literally handhold me in my clinical case taking, prescriptions. And then when you have confidence homeopaths, we can collaborate with different governmental bodies, we can have research, we can have everything and make homeopathy the benchmark of treatment and not the alternative. With this, I'll end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sadaf. So thank you all, one and all. So we are going to wind up this session, and I'm going to hand over to Dr. Saji Kudi.
Thank
Please.
you, Dr.
Saji Kudi.
Paul Joseph and team. It was a very excellent presentation. We exceeded our regular time. I apologize for the guest waiting for almost 20 minutes. I am apologizing to Dr. Pagyalakshmi, but it was very nicely presented, very thoughtful presentations made. Thank you for that. It will be worth extending our time. So please understand. So handing over without delay to Dr. Danesh, one important announcement and request that every country, 30 countries participating in our curtain riser celebrations will get one day in every month to have presentations in our international session every month, and you can contact our webinar coordinator, Dr. Danesh and Dr. Manoj. Both of them will coordinate with you. You can get your day as per understanding. Today, the same date in next month is reserved for you by Dr. Danesh. It is announced here in the chat box, so you can, Dr. Paul can coordinate and get your time and date. So with this, I hand over the session to Dr. Danesh. Please proceed. Thank you. Thank you.